What up, 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 what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. My
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these pants on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Or you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Ooh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to start. I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Bird was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he started talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had it on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Iyanla Vanzant's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see. Can I see? Get me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy. Hey people, what up, what up, what up, what is up, what is up, what is going on? Hey y'all, hey. Welcome to Run Your Mouth. I am L Teddy 27. I am here to give y'all all of the news, breakdowns, and everything from today. I was running errands. All of my errands didn't get ran. I'm kind of upset about that. I still got to go get a haircut tomorrow because I ran out of time and I couldn't get there before my barber left. So I'm gonna go tomorrow before I hop on the plane. I gotta go tomorrow. I'm gonna still try to do half a day tomorrow, but if I don't need to, I won't. Shit, I may not go into work at all. But I need to go get a haircut tomorrow. So I'll do that. I did get the nails and the feet done and stuff. I don't even know why I tell the people. Can I ask y'all this? Why do I even tell the people to do my nails? Because I promise you, like, they look good right now, but by the time I get on this ship, all of this, and the lady be like, oh, I put the gel on there and it'll last longer. No, it won't. You got about a good 12 hours. Baby, all of this clear, it's gonna be done chipped off. It's gonna be done chipped off. So, child, the lady, she put the little gel on there and everything. Now, mama went to town on these good feet because these dogs over here be barking all the time. And mama went to motherfucking town on these feet. I was like, oh, you working on my feet like they had to do Myra's feet on Martin. But she got them looking good. I ain't even mad about it. Ain't. But this manicure don't do me no good, honey. They already been in there washing dishes and stuff. So you know they probably already chipped because I right after I got back, I said, oh, let me wash these quick dishes right here. And I don't think you're supposed to do that right after you get a manicure. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. Anyway, so yeah, by the time I get on the ship and the people see me, ain't, ain't gonna be nothing left. You like my colors today? Well, thank you. This red don't quite match with the red in my shirt, but we gonna make it work. We gonna make it work. We gonna make it work. So I still gotta pack. I have not packed. I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna pack tonight. Yeah, we gonna pack tonight. And I'm gonna try to pack tonight. I might wait till in the morning and pack. I know me. I might not pack until in the morning. I know me. Anyway, I gotta get a haircut before I leave. And so yeah, I'm gonna do that and then we gonna hop on a plane and go down to Orlando. Yeah. Let me say hey to y'all and then we can get this party started. Because if I'm gonna do some packing tonight, I can't be here all night. We're not gonna be here all night. We're gonna get in and get out. Get while the getting is good. Hey, Universal Goddess. Hey, Antonia. Tamara, what's going on? Hey, hey, crazy homebody girl. Glad I get to watch at this time when I'm not working, so I'm not getting interrupted by. Okay. Hey, DPG, what's going on, my love? Fran, is that you, my love? Is that you, boo? Is that you, my love, Fran? Hey, Mama Bees. Hey, Butterfly, what's going on, sweetheart? Hey, Catherine Powell. Demetria, what's going on, boo? Child, I hope so. I hope so. hmm Um, Miss Kiki, what's up? Hey, green girl. Hey, Jeannie. Hey, friend. Well, Jeannie, you know I'm staying in Orlando. We not staying over in Brevard County. We'll be staying in Orlando, and then you'll see us Friday morning. Friday morning, definitely. But I'm staying in. My hotel is in Orlando tomorrow, so I don't know. Look at you talking about don't rush us. Listen, I got a pack. Hey, the inform. Right, I got a lot of reviews that y'all could go and watch. You know, y'all could go. Go watch some of my old reviews and stuff. The funny ones and the good ones. All of them was good. Not if I do say so myself. Yes. Oh, you in Orlando too? Oh, okay. Oh, you on both sides, Fred. Look at you just going back and forward, back and forward. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and put a Shondo in the chat. I don't know how many people we gonna have here today because we had a different time, and people might be, watching Chasing Orlando. I mean, Chasing Atlanta, or in other lives because this is not our regular time. So we gonna do what we can. And the informed, sir. Thank you. I got your Cash App. Thank you, sir, for your Cash App. That you sent. Thank you. That'll I would say that'll buy me another drink. However, I have the drink package, so it yeah. Mm. Hey, Uncle Jay. I ain't got my haircut yet. I was running errands. I did not make it before my barber had to leave to go pick up his daughter. And so Lord, hold on. Hold on. Okay, it look like we ready to get this party started. So let's do this. Let's make it happen. Um, I had to make a reservation for tomorrow. Um, hmm hmm Anyway, let's get this party started. We are starting as we do every day in the month of February with our Black History moment. Why? Because
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety black.
we black, y'all. We black, y'all. We blickety black, and we black, y'all. Child, I don't play with my baby. I don't play by my bop. Listen, I don't. We don't just go to anybody. You don't let anybody play in your head. Oh, you need it one more time. Okay, one more time. One more time.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety black.
We black, and there's that. Um. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. I got to do this. Got to do this, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I got to do this, y'all. I don't have. I have to. Give me 1 second. 1 sec, y'all. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Got that. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Let's do this. So today on our Black History moment, we first learn about, come on, Oscar Duconge. Oscar Duconge. Oscar Duconge, a resilient politician, overcame the odds to become Waco, Texas's first African American mayor. Born on April 19th, 1909, to unnamed parents in Pass Christian, Mississippi, Duconge was the fourth of 9 children. His early years were marked by hard work as he swept floors and cleaned utensils in the barber shop where his father worked. Despite the challenges of segregated schools, Duconge preserved and continued his education. He attended Xavier University in New Orleans, Louisiana, where he earned his bachelor degree in sociology in 1931. In 1942, he was drafted into the United States Army during World War II and was assigned to Fort Huachuca, Arizona, where he worked on the in the finance department. After his regiment was transferred to Italy, Duconge volunteered for combat duty. He came under fire in the Italian campaign before leaving service in September 1945. The same month, World War II ended. After the war, Dukange returned to school, attending Atlanta University in Atlanta, Georgia, where he earned his master's degree in social work in 1946. He also completed postgraduate work at Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the University of Pittsburgh, and Xavier University. In 1948, he was hired by the Veterans Affairs Hospital in Waco, Texas. Later, he left this job to co-own and operate the Doris Miller Memorial Park, serving as its secretary treasurer from 1955 to 1972. In 1966, he was named director of Neighborhood Centers for the Economic Opportunities Advancement Cooperation in Waco, Texas. In 1970, he ran for a seat on the Waco School Board but was unsuccessful. 2 years later, he ran for city council against high school administrator M.D. Richardson, winning the election. In 1974, he made history by becoming Waco's first African American mayor as a result of the vote of fellow Waco City Council members. He later said the vote of his colleagues was indicative of the societal changes sweeping the country in the late civil rights era. Despite all the problems in the United States, this is a quote from him. Quote, despite all the problems in the United States and Waco, it took 5 white men to elect a black. I'm not mayor of any faction or group. I'm mayor of Waco. This means I will do what I can for as many people as I can. End of quote. His election was a significant milestone in the city's history. He continued to serve in politics until his death on July 26, 1978, at the age of 69. He was married to Mary Kitty Jacques de Conge in 1937, and they had one son that they adopted named Michael. That is the story of Oscar Dukange, who is the first black mayor of Waco, Texas, and one of the earliest black mayors in all of Texas. Um, our next story is the story of the Camilla Massacre. Now, listen to this story. The Camilla Massacre was the aftermath of a political rally in Mitchell County, Georgia, that ended with numerous participants killed and wounded in the town courthouse square. Following the Georgia Constitution of 1868, 33 African American men, all Republicans, and often called the original 33, were elected to the Georgia State Assembly during the early years of Reconstruction. They were some of the first African American state legislators in the United States. During the election, the white Democratic majority in the legislature conspired to remove all black and mixed race members from the assembly. The original 33 were subsequently expelled on September 3rd, 1868. Southwest Georgia Representative Philip Joyner, one of the expelled members, made plans for a march and rally to be held on the courthouse square in Mitchell County, roughly 25 miles away, to protest the expulsion. The march began on the morning of September 19th, 1868, in Albany, Georgia. In each passing town, more people joined the march until there were almost 300 men, both black and white. They carried guns and weapons with them into the town of Camilla and were met by local sheriff Mumford S. Poore, Poore, as well as a citizens committee. Sheriff Poore warned the participants to surrender their guns or they would be met with violence in the town square, even though it was customary and legal to carry weapons at the time. The marchers refused and continued into the courthouse square for the rally. Local whites who gathered were quickly deputized by Sheriff Moore before the marchers arrived and stationed themselves in town storefronts. As the marchers entered the square, they were fired upon from all directions. The participants retreated into the swamps outside the town, but at least 15 were killed and another 40 were wounded. Philip Joyner survived the attack and later gave testimony to the Freedmen's Bureau. Over the next few weeks, white men from Camilla proceeded through the countryside, beating and warning blacks that they would be killed if they voted in the next election. The intimidation significantly reduced the Republican vote, and none of the original 33 returned to the Georgia Assembly. In 1976, the Black Caucus of the Georgia Assembly honored the original 33 with a statue that depicts the rise of the African American politicians on the grounds of the Georgia State Capitol in Atlanta. The quote expelled because of their color, end of quote, monument done by sculptor John Riddle has an inscription of the names of the 33 members on its base along with the counties they represented. In 1998, 130 years later, the Camilla Massacre was officially publicly recognized by the residents of Camilla, Georgia. And that is the story of the Camilla Massacre in 1868. Those are our little known Black history moments. I hope that you learned. I hope that you learned. Hey, Janae. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Jay Parrish. Hey, Lee. Hey, Rency. Hey, Miss Felicia. Hey, everybody. Hey, Tracy W. Hey, Quake. I saw that there are military boots on the ground in Nigeria. It did not make the dossier, but that was reported last night that there are military troops on the ground in Nigeria. And yes, I did hear that they just before I came on though that we did attack Iran. I haven't had a chance to, because I was getting ready to go live anyway. I haven't had a chance. I haven't had a chance to go through and do all of my reconnaissance and research as I normally do, but y'all know I'll get around to it. Hey, Candace F. Hey, Cymera. For instance, there are 11 oral memoirs of Mr. Dukange on Baylor University's website. Wow. So those are our Black History moments. And it's time for us to go into the primaries. We are going to the state of North Carolina. North Carolina has a primary coming up on March 3rd. Again, less than a month away, less than 4 weeks away. North Carolina is having a primary on March 3rd. Today, we're going to look at the candidates for Senate. There is a Senate seat open. Tom Tillis, Republican Senator Tom Tillis, is retiring from the U.S. Senate, and that's an open seat that can be flipped from red to blue. Now, here's who's running. These aren't people who you will see in the primaries because they are running as independents, and therefore you'll see them on the ballot in November. So I'm going to skip past them. Let me make this a little bigger so y'all can see it. Hold on. All right. So these are the candidates for the Democratic primary on March 6th. These are the candidates for the Democratic primary on March 6th. Robert Cologne, and if you go to, let me put this link in the chat for those people who may live in North Carolina and may want to go to Ballotpedia. If you go, you can literally click on someone's name like this, It'll give you a short biography of them. It'll give you all of their previous offices. It'll tell you about their political career and give you other information about that person. Um, so that way you can be informed. So you got Robert Cologne who's running, Roy Cooper is running, Justin Dews, Daryl Farrow, excuse me, Oric Quick, and Marcus Williams. Now the front runner is Roy Cooper, former governor of the great state of North Carolina. They're basically saying it's his race to lose. He's been endorsed pretty much by everybody on the Democratic side. So Roy Cooper he's leading in every poll imaginable. So I'd be very surprised if Roy Cooper did not win that Democratic um nomination. On the Republican side, you have in their primaries, you have Don Brown, Richard Dancy, Margot Dupree, Thomas Johnson, Michelle Morrow, Elizabeth Ann Temple, and Michael Watley. Michael Watley is the front runner. He's the one that's being endorsed by Donald John and most of the Republican side. Senator John Thune is supporting him. Mike Johnson. He has the lion's share of all of the major Republican endorsements. So as of right now, they're saying Michael Watley is the front runner for that Republican nomination in that race. So I wanted to bring that to you. Those are the people as of right now running for the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Remember, you have a primary on March 3rd. Exercise your right for to vote so that you could choose a candidate that best aligns with your political leanings. Don't come to us in November talking about you mad because you got to pick the lesser of two evils and then tell me that you didn't go vote in the primaries. Hey, Yana, what's going on? Also, I'm worried about North Carolina. They haven't recovered from last year's floods, and they were hit by 2 winter storms, so people are able to get to the polls. I do too. Also, please check. I've had family members that have been removed from the voter rolls in Florida. I also had some family members in Texas whose names were and they voted. They voted in November and they were removed. So please, I heard someone say on a video I was watching, you might want to check once a month. Just check once a month just to make sure that they have not removed you from the rolls because they are doing that, especially in these red states, if you are a Democratic voter. So please do your due diligence and check on that. And that is our update today on primary season. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary gender conforming members of our audience, I bring to you the late great Larry Myers to help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So loved the world. I want to fight. That he gave. His only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus. Thank you, Larry. We have a very important story that could involve me, okay? This story could actually involve me. But hey, we're going to be here through it all. So, the online publication TechCrunch, excuse me, is reporting that the Department of Homeland Security is trying to force tech companies more specifically social media platforms, to hand over data about influencers and people on their sites that are Trump critics. The Department of Homeland Security has been quietly demanding tech companies turn over user information about critics of the Trump administration, according to reports. In several cases over recent months, Homeland Security has relied on the use of administrative subpoenas to seek identifiable information about individuals who run anonymous Instagram accounts, who share posts about ICE immigration raids in their local neighborhoods. Um, these subpoenas have also been used to demand information about people who have criticized Trump officials or protested government policies. Unlike judicial subpoenas, which are authorized by a judge after seeing enough evidence of a crime to authorize a search or seizure of someone's things, administrative subpoenas are issued by federal agencies, allowing investigators to seek a wealth of information about individuals from tech and phone companies without a judge's oversight. While administrative subpoenas cannot be used to obtain the contents of a person's emails, online searches, or location data, they can demand information specifically about the user, such as what time a user logs in, from where, using which devices, and revealing the email addresses and other identifiable information about who opened an online account. But because administrative subpoenas are not backed by a judge's authority or a court's order, it's largely up to a company whether to give over any data to the requesting government agency. Administrative subpoenas are not new. The use of these self signed demands by Trump officials to seek identifiable information about people who are critical of the president's policies has raised alarm. Last week, Bloomberg reported that Homeland Security sought the identity of an anonymous Instagram account called Montoko Watch, which says its goal is to share resources to help protect immigrants' rights and due process across Montgomery County in Pennsylvania. This comes amid an ongoing federal immigration crackdown across the U.S., which has drawn widespread protests. Homeland Security lawyers sent an administrative subpoena to Meta demanding it turn over personal information of the person who runs the account, citing a non Homeland Security employee who claimed to receive a tip that ICE agents were being stalked. The ACLU, representing the account owner, said there was no evidence of wrongdoing, that recording police sharing the recording and doing so anonymously is legal and protected under the First Amendment. Homeland Security withdrew its subpoena without providing an explanation. Um, Bloomberg also reported that the effort to unmask that account was not an isolated incident, referencing at least 4 other cases where Homeland Security officials used administrative subpoenas in efforts to identify the people running Instagram accounts publishing content critical of the government. Those subpoenas were also withdrawn after the account owners sued to block the attempt. Tech companies have in recent years published transparency reports that detail how many government demands for data they receive, but most do not break out how many judicial and administrative subpoenas they receive over a period of time, even though the two kinds of demands are fundamentally different. Um, Now, Meta spokesperson did not say whether or not Meta provides Homeland Security with any data involving that account or any other accounts when they send them administrative subpoenas. However, the Washington Post yesterday released a report that found that an administrative subpoena was also used to seek information from Google about an American retiree within hours of him sending a critical email to Homeland Security's lead attorney, Joseph Dernbach. The retiree's home was later visited by federal agents inquiring about the email. The Washington Post described the retiree as someone critical of Trump during his first term, who attended a No Kings rally last year, regularly attends gatherings and protests, and wrote criticisms to lawmakers all actions protected under the First Amendment. Now, what scares me is all of the things that they just said in that paragraph are things that I've done. I was critical on this platform of Trump during his first term. I have attended a few No Kings rallies last year. I do regularly attend gatherings and protests against this administration. I have wrote criticisms to lawmakers. Y'all know I send dozens of scathing emails to these people, and they're coming after this man. Now, let's be clear. Meta and Google, their C-suites are in cahoots with the Trump administration. Their C-suites are the benefactors of these billions of dollars that the Trump administration is handing out. So if you think that Meta or Google or any one of these other tech industries are going to protect you, you're dreaming. That's why I keep telling you, who knows? I might be next on these people. Somebody might come knocking on my goddamn door. Because I'm damn show critical of these people. And I'm going to stop being critical. But now they're going after people because of their social media, because they are critical of this administration. And they want to terrorize people and make people afraid to speak out. Now the article goes on and on and on, but it referencing several instances where online influencers, YouTubers, people on TikTok, people on Instagram, people on X, formerly Twitter, have all been the subjects of administrative subpoenas and have had federal agents come knocking at their door. Now, in all of those cases, individuals have had to sue the administration, and then the administration immediately rescinds their administrative subpoena. But everybody doesn't have the money for lawyers and things like that. The ACLU isn't representing everyone that happens to. So I wonder how many people they've submitted these administrative subpoenas on and gotten the information, and they've just locked that person up. So yeah, there's that. I wanted to let you all know that because some of your faves, some of the people that we watch, it's some people that's on YouTube and stuff like that. If y'all coming after my people, I'm telling you, we going to listen. We gonna hit the streets. I told y'all the day they come after my girl Amy. Now my girl Amy is up there in age now, but the day they come after my girl Amy Goodman, we burning this shit down. We rides for my girl Amy. Shout out to Amy Goodman from Democracy Now. We rides for Amy. Listen, we'll burn it down by my girl Amy. I don't play around by Amy now. Now listen here. It's a couple people we rides for. In other news, well, let's go over to the great state of Maryland. Just when you thought things were going good, just when you thought things were would go the right way in Maryland, then there's this. I'll start by saying the guy you see there, he's a Democrat. This is happening in the great state of Maryland. Maryland Senate President Bill Ferguson, who you see pictured there, today he pretty much told reporters that the passing of a new set of state congressional lines before November is likely not going to happen. He told reporters, quote, "We are not prioritizing that piece of legislation. We don't have a habit in the Senate of moving forward things that don't have an opportunity, End of quote. His comments came less than a day after the Maryland State House Democrats advanced a new House map, which looks to give the party an 8-0 edge in the congressional delegation. Right now, Maryland has a 7-1 Democratic leaning delegation with Representative Andy Harris as the lone House Republican. Many Democrats in the state, including Governor Wes Moore and nationally, have been pushing lawmakers to try to pass a new set of congressional lines ahead of the 2026 midterm elections so Democrats can add another pickup opportunity in the House in November. Ferguson's comments are not entirely surprising, given that the state Senate president has had signaled before that he did not support the redistricting in the state. It's not clear that the legislation, which includes the proposed new House map and constitutional amendment that will go before voters asking them if the Democratic favorite map could be kept in place until after the 2030 decennial U.S. Census reapportionment, will even be voted out of committee. He told reporters, quote, the opportunity to impact the 26 election, that window is closed, end of quote. That's your Senate president down to Maryland, a Democrat saying, yeah, I'm not here for this shit. I don't give a shit that y'all want to change the map and gain one more Democratic seat. We don't give a damn. I'm not doing it. Get over it. It's not going to hit the Senate floor. Get over yourselves. And this is in blue as blue can be, Maryland. This is in blue as blue can be, Maryland. This is the establishment. This is the type of Democrat that you have right now in leadership. This is why these people are feckless, weak, puss ass, punk ass losers. I hate to call it what it is, but these people on the Democratic Party, in the Democratic Party that are in positions of leadership, are losers. That's it. That's all. You lost to a man who had 34 active felonies. You lost to a man who's a known pedophile because he touches little girls. You lost to a man who is made liable for sexually assaulting a woman. And we know he did that to several women because he told us. You lost to a man who openly said that he walked into dressing rooms with 13 and 14 and 15-year-old girls and would look at them naked. That's who you losers lost to. But here we are. Marylanders, have at it. Do what you wish. That y'all got to handle that. That's Bill Ferguson if you need him. I'll let y'all handle it, Maryland. Y'all let me know what y'all want to do. I don't live in Maryland. Y'all go handle that, Maryland. In more redistricting news, well, here's some good news. The Supreme Court today cleared the way for California to use its new congressional map that adds up to 5 Democratic leaning seats for the midterm, rejecting Republicans' emergency bid to block it. Supported by the Trump administration, the California GOP challenged the map as an unconstitutional racial gerrymander. They point to the map makers' comments boasting about strengthened Latino voting power under the new design. In a one sentence order without any noted dissents, the Supreme Court declined the emergency application to halt the design for the midterms. It is not a final ruling, and the case could return to the justices and impact future election cycles. The decision was not entirely surprising, given the court signaled in a separate ruling related to the use of Texas's GOP favored House map ahead of the 2026 election that both Texas and California had drawn their new set of congressional lines for partisan gain. That's good news. They at least they're consistent over. Probably Texas could do it. All right, well then California, y'all got it. Have at it. Hey Marty, beautiful. So now that can negate the 5 that Texas got. Yep. Now I just need the other blue states to follow suit. I'm just saying. I mean, they're trying in Maryland and they're shooting themselves in the foot. But then there's that. In other news, well, let's travel down to Florida. I ain't got nothing to drink on. Florida legislators are pushing to pass legislation that would ban the use of the term West Bank in K through 12 public schools and state agencies, including public colleges and universities, and mandate the use of the term, quote, Judea and Samaria, end of quote. Let me read that again. Maybe y'all didn't hear that. That's the first sentence of this article. Maybe you didn't quite understand what I just read to you. So let me read that again for you. Florida legislators are pushing to pass legislation that would ban the use of the term West Bank in K through 12 public schools and state agencies, including public colleges and universities, and mandate the use of the term Judea and Samaria. The West Bank is the internationally recognized term for the Israeli occupied Palestinian territory west of the Jordan River that was seized from Jordan by Israel in 1967. The right-wing Israeli government refers to the area as Judea and Samaria in reference to the biblical kingdoms of ancient Israel as part of the broader efforts to bolster historical and religious claims to the land. The international community, on the other hand, broadly recognizes the West Bank as occupied land that must be part of a future Palestinian state. But they don't want that. The term Judea and Samaria has been embraced by many U.S. Republicans since the first Trump administration, including the former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee, who Donald Trump appointed as ambassador to Israel last year. Arkansas became the first U.S. state to mandate replacing references to the West Bank in state institutions with Judea and Samaria in April last year. Similar bills have been proposed in the U.S. Congress but have not come up for vote. Florida's proposed legislation is the only one to also target K through 12 schools. If the Florida legislation passes, state agencies, including universities and colleges, would be prohibited from using the term West Bank in any official state government materials and would require any new instructional school material in K through 12 public schools to comply with the new law and use the term Judea and Samaria. And that includes in textbooks. The bill called the Recognizing Judea and Samaria Act comes amid the imposition of sweeping restrictive changes to school textbooks and library materials by Florida legislators in recent years, particularly targeting LGBTQ plus and race-based themes, climate change and social justice issues, including the Black Lives Matter movement, critical race theories, and descriptions of socialism. You know, Florida's been on the rampage for a while, just eliminating things wholesale from textbooks and acting like it never happened. Here we are. Here we are. In some good news, Mitch McConnell has been paralyzed. Did I say paralyzed? I meant hospitalized. Freudian slip, whatever. But same difference. At any rate, Mitch McConnell, the 83-year-old Kentucky Republican, solely responsible for allowing Donald John Trump to get 3 appointments to the United States Supreme Court, has been hospitalized. I'm, what do you want from me? Listen, me too, lovely, true red, me too. Listen, I don't even give a damn why he's hospitalized. The fact that he's in the hospital getting ready to go on the glory. Well, I don't know if he's going on the glory. Getting ready to take up his preordained residence on the 9th level of hell, I should say. Yeah. The man done slip and fell 3 or 4 times in the last year and a half. The man is ready to take up his preordained and predetermined residence on the 9th level of hell. I mean, all I got for you is I mean, that's all I got for y'all. That's all I got for y'all. What else do you want from me? Sir, go rot in hell. It's time for our video breakdowns. We have 3 today. 3 today. I saw this first one and it really brought me to tears. I really was brought to tears listening to this young man. The fact that he's a black young man, I mean, he does have on a Kappa League shirt, but it's not the Kappa League shirt. But just listening to him, I'll let you hear it. See if it waters your eyes too.
Good evening, members of the school board. My name is Jefferson McClellan. My address is on file with the clerk, and I am an 8th grader at Gainesville Middle. Tonight I want to talk about a serious issue at my school. Nigger. Monkey. The only game a white person can beat a black person at is hangman. These aren't jokes. These are misunderstandings. These are racial slurs said directly to me by other students. I have reported this harassment before. Nothing seems to happen, and it keeps happening. Recently, after being told, "Shut up, nigger," I reacted. I hit another student for that. The school acted quickly. I was suspended for 3 days. I'm not standing here saying what I did was right. I'm here asking why. Why, when racism is directed at me, the response is slow or silent, but when I react to it, the response is immediate and clear. I'm not asking for special treatment. I'm asking you to stop allowing people to hurt me, to provide the same safe learning environment to me that is seemingly so easily afforded to others. When racism goes unchecked, it says that it's acceptable, and it teaches students like me that we're expected to deal with it because the school won't. I know racism exists, and I know I will probably deal with it again and for the rest of my life. I didn't expect to have to deal with it already. I'm 13 years old. I would like to be a kid just a little bit longer. I am not bad. I am not threatening. I am not aggressive. I am not lesser. I'm just a kid who wants to go to school and feel safe. This shouldn't keep happening to me, nor anyone else.
Hey, Twin Flames. Listen, I watched this and it bothered me today, y'all. Listen, it bothered me, honey. That thing had done got to me, y'all. It had done got to me. I was like, oh, mm, Lord, it had done got to me, y'all. I don't understand it. But that thing had done broke me, y'all. It had listen. I listened to it. It broke me because I've been there. I know. I've been there. I know. That thing. Listen, baby, that thing had done broke me down. But I had to sit with that thing for a little bit. I had to sit with it. I had to sit with that thing for a little minute there, y'all. That thing had done got to me. Um, that thing had done got to me. Lord, he try to find another video breakdown to help us get up out of that. That thing had done broke me down, y'all. That done broke me down. Here's our second video breakdown.
Never forget they took Looney Tunes and turned it into Tunes, not Toons, and act like we didn't know. Never forget that. Never forget they took an E off of Febreze and act like it's never there. I know that there was 2 E's in Febreze. Don't forget it. Don't never forget it's not Oscar Mayer, it's Oscar Mayer. Never forget that. That never happened. Remember, it never happened. Never forget that never happened because it never happened. Hey, yo, never forget that King Henry VIII never had a chicken leg in his hand when he got that painting. Never forget that never happened because it never happened. Yo, never forget they took the hyphen out of Kit Kat. Never forget that it was never there. Never forget that we just misremembered it. You'll never forget they took the Z off of Cheez-Its. Remember Cheez-Its and there was a Z the proper way? Never forget that never happened because it just never happened. You'll never forget that they took the F off of double stuffed Oreo. It's just stuff misspelled for no reason. Never was there. Never happened. Just forget about that. Forget about it. Never forget they took Sex in the City and turned it to Sex and the City and then act like we would never notice and it never happened and it did happen and we did notice and it's Sex and the City and I'll die on that hill.
Well, that's just like I got a nephew, right? He's gonna tell me, "Oh, Unc, I know you know, because he heard it in the rap, the up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start. Yeah, I know it too. I said, young man, you don't even know where that comes from. You just heard it in a rap song and it sounded cute. We had to learn that shit. You don't even know what game that goes to. All you know is you heard the shit in the song and the shit sounds cute to you, right? I asked him, so tell me what code that go to? You can't even tell me the game it go to. And then if you could tell me the game, you can't even tell me what happens when you put the code in. You don't know that up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start gives you 30 lives in the game Contra instead of the 3 lives. But you don't even know what the game Contra is because you never had the original Nintendo. You didn't have to suffer. And you knew that if you did not get them 30 lives, you was not going to make it past maybe level 2. Probably wouldn't have made it past level 1, but you damn sure wasn't making it past level 2. Bitches up here trying to call out left, right, left. Don't even know what the fuck game it goes to and don't know what happens when you put the code in. But it sound cute. Leave our shit alone. Oh, bastards. I'm just saying. Anyway. You didn't know Twin Flames? Oh Lord. Said they so Twin Flames. Yeah, that thing is that comes from the Nintendo. I remember being in school and they was passing around the code in school. I was in elementary school. It was going around the school because we had a Nintendo. We had just got a Nintendo, and we had the game Contra. And you like now my gun, the gun you wanted to have in Contra was the spread gun. The little laser gun was real cheesy. The little regular gun couldn't do nothing. The laser gun I didn't like, but that spread gun, that's the gun you wanted, the spread gun, right? But it only gave you, I think, 3 lives in the beginning. But when we learned about that cheat code, and for us, it was always up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, select, start, because we was always playing 2 players. So we never just said B, A, start. We would always say B, A, select, start, because we knew we always had 2 players. And so both of y'all would start off with the 30 lives, the red man and the blue man, and then you could make it further. I don't think I ever beat the game Contra. Let's be clear. I never beat Contra. But people have no idea. They just know they've heard that before, but they don't know that that comes from the game Contra and that it gives you 30 lives instead of 3. It actually was a cheat code. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. Here's our last video breakdown of the day.
And the Heifer of the Week award goes to...
I love Miss Maddie J.
Honey, this baby done put a capital F in heiferistical behavior all over the new 90 universe. Good. She done pulled a trump card of heiferism, no pun intended. She done did that right here. She done told the free world that she's this man's #1 fan, that she gonna pledge money, and she gonna pay it forward. And the harder we fuss about it, the more she gonna support him. Go on, girl. I ain't mad at you. Go on, do you. But y'all already know that he ain't the first president that participated in jungle fever. He done channeled the spirit of his forefather, old TJ right here, even though he ain't studying. Y'all know that, don't you? Them men's always had the can't help it for chocolate spice and everything nice. Y'all don't be mad if he wants something bad from Trinidad. She grown, let her go. But Shell, KK, and even Michael Jackson done told us they don't give a flip about it. They told us already. And if she can't see it, God be with her. But let's get one thing clear. She don't speak for Mary J. And I can say that real comfortably that she don't speak for Black America. Well, now she don't speak for no parts of America. Now that y'all done woke up, holding his hands and things like that, stinking hands. Y'all can say what you want to say, but he got planned for them long fingernails of hers too. Listen what Mary J said. When she go to the White House 250-year celebration of the Declaration of Independence, heavy on the dependent part. He ain't gonna need them dude wipes that he been using. Oh, no. Child, he got a permanent pooper scooper with them long fingernails. You heard what I said. Man, you ain't stutter stuff.
Shout out to Miss Maddie J. I be loving Miss Maddie J. I really be loving her. I be loving Miss Maddie J. Shout out to Miss Maddie J. And now we can do the stanky leg deeper into this here dossier. So we start off with some news about Uncle Nearest. Now, you know, they've been embroiled in a bitter lawsuit over there at Uncle Nearest. Well, The liquor brand owned by Fawn Weaver, a beautiful black queen, and her husband, um, they're saying that it could be foreclosed on if it's placed back in her hands. And that came from the company's court-appointed receiver. This past Monday, Philip Young, who oversees the financials of Uncle Nearest brand, revealed in unsealed court documents that the company is insolvent, according to Young, since they are unable to pay their debts. If he is removed by the U.S. District Judge Charles E. Ashley on February 9th, he believes the company's quote monthly losses would be approximately $2 million per month, end of quote. He also stated that under his leadership, the company's debt has been reduced from $1 million a month to $100,000 a month, with Kentucky-based lender Farm Credit covering the loss. According to Young, Farm Credit is also on the hook for nearly $1.1 million to retire a warehouse lien on Uncle Nearest's barrels of whiskey. Farm Credit initially requested the receivership after Uncle Nearest defaulted on a $100 million in loans. If that is ended, in Young's eyes, the bank would then, quote, immediately cease covering these operational losses and move to foreclose on and repossess its collateral, end of quote. Now, the Weavers, Fawn and her husband, have blamed the brand's sluggish sales on the receivership and they have until tomorrow to refile documents seeking Young's removal as receiver. Even if sales tick upward, the receiver and financial analysts believe the company would lose $10 million between January and June of this year. It's a lot. Listen, there's a lot of financial and fiscal jargon and judicial jargon here. There's a lot going on. People have suspected for many years now that companies like Jack Daniels and other whiskey companies owned by white people have been trying to sabotage Uncle Nearest since its inception. I ain't gonna even hold you. I believe it. We'll monitor the situation, but it really doesn't look good. Now, if you are a fan of Uncle Nearest, I would say you might want to go ahead and get you some now, because if they go under, they'll become collector's items. Get you a couple bottles. I don't even drink whiskey like that, but I might get me a couple bottles so I can have them on the shelf and stuff like that. Get the expensive bottles too, so I can have them on the shelf. So when the inevitable kind of happens, I'll at least be able to say, well, hey, I got it before they went under. And they might be worth a little something, something. People see it on my liquor cabinet, and they'll be like, oh, okay, you got Uncle? Yeah, I got Uncle Nearest. Yeah, but this doesn't sound good for them. In other news of companies not doing what they're supposed to do, Bahama Breeze is closing all of its locations nationwide. hmm Now, back in the day, in my early years of teaching, Bahama Breeze used to be one of our go-to happy hour spots. It was either Bahama Breeze or Chili's. Those were and we're talking about like 2010, 2011, 2012, round about those parts. In the 20 teens, baby, listen, happy hour, you was gonna find us at either Bahama Breeze after a hard day of teaching, or Chili's. Well, apparently they're closing all of their stores. Darton Restaurants revealed yesterday that it plans to wind down its Bahama Breeze brand, bringing an end to nearly 3 decades of Caribbean themed dining. The Orlando based restaurant company said it will permanently close half of the chain's footprint, shutting down 14 of Bahama Breeze's 28 locations. The remaining restaurants will be transitioned into other concepts within Darden Restaurants portfolio. According to the company, the location slated for permanent closure will continue serving guests through April 5th. The 14 restaurants being converted, according to Darden, the process will take an estimated 12 to 18 months. Those locations will remain open during most of the transition, with only temporary closures expected if renovations are required. Now, they haven't said which brands will replace Bahama Breeze at the 14 that is going to be converted. But in their portfolio, you have Olive Garden, Yard House, Roots Chris Steakhouse, Eddie V's, and several other restaurant chains. Most of the restaurants that are being converted are in Florida. They say that there are a few of them, others in Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. The ones that will be permanently closed are ones in Delaware, Michigan, some in Georgia, New Jersey, some in North Carolina, Pennsylvania, some in Virginia, and those in Washington. Just so you know, didn't want you to not be informed. In other news, wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. Did I skip a story? Hold on. Hold your line. Let me make sure I ain't skip a story. Am I missing something here? I did skip a story. I knew something was off. Hold on, y'all. I knew something. I was like, wait a minute. I skipped one of my headline stories. God. I'm like, wait a minute. Now, wait a damn minute. Now, wait a goddamn minute. I knew something was off. Now I knew something was off. All right. That look a little better. Lord. All right, we ready now. I'll get back to this story. In sports news, DK Metcalf, member of the Pittsburgh Steelers, is being sued for $100 million. Now, we reported on the story and showed the video of DK Metcalf getting into an altercation with a fan in the stands during the Detroit Lions game. If you remember, where it looks like he hit the fan or whatnot. Well, a Detroit Lions season ticket holder who was punched during a game involving DK Metcalf has filed a $100 million lawsuit naming wide receiver DK Metcalf along with Chad Ochocinco Johnson and multiple media companies. Ryan Kennedy, represented by Marco Law Firm, alleges defamation tied to public claims made after the incident. According to the lawsuit, Ochocinco falsely stated that Kennedy directed a racial slur at Metcalf and used other offensive words toward Metcalf's mother. Metcalf himself has never publicly said a racial slur was used. During a press conference, Mr. Kennedy directly denied those allegations and appealed to Metcalf by his legal name. We know his legal name is DeKalin. That's why they call him DK. And that's why DK apparently got mad because he don't like being called DeKalin. But Ochocinco said that that the man called him the N-word. And he said he didn't call him that. We'll see where this goes. I mean, maybe I don't know. I ain't got nothing. I wasn't. I wasn't there. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Your mama named you DeKalin. That's what the man said he was gonna call you. Hold on. So, listen, I don't know, DK. I mean, you can sit there and look cute. I mean, I guess, but I hope you got your money, and your lawyers and affairs in order. We'll see where it goes. In other news, so it's being reported that Lil Jon's son, DJ Young Slade, is missing. Now, Lil Jon's representative said, quote, the family is asking for privacy at this time. We are also asking for continued prayers for Nathan to come home safe. Thank you, end of quote. Um, The Milton Police Department put out a missing persons alert yesterday saying 28-year-old Slade, whose legal name is Nathan Murray Smith, ran out of his home on foot and hasn't been seen since. Adding he doesn't have a phone, he may be disoriented, and he could be in need of help. Local outlet Rough Draft Atlanta reported there was, quote, an active police matter, end of quote, unfolding in Mayfield Park in Milton, about 30 miles north of downtown Atlanta. Milton is not too far from me. I mean, I go about a good 15 minutes and I'm in Milton because I'm up here in the north area. hmm and that's with traffic. Milton is right there by me. Authorities stress there's no threat to the public, but they're asking anyone with information to help locate Smith and confirm his whereabouts. Um, listen, I'm praying for you, Lil John, you and your family, because I don't even want to know where you are mentally in terms of not being able to find your child. That has to be a scary and horrific feeling, not being able to know where your child is. Now they haven't given us any information as to the, the event surrounding why he just ran out the house without his phone, without anything. I don't know what the situation was. But listen, we're certainly hoping that he's found alive and not harmed at all. Yeah, we're praying for you. In our last story of the day, oh yes, I made it in less than an hour and a half. Thank God. I got to pack, y'all. In our last story of the day, um, so Waffle House locations will be offering a one night only candlelit date night on for Valentine's Day. hmm On Saturday, February 14th, more than 200 locations across 22 states are swapping out their standard diner vibes for a full-on date night aesthetic. They saying that they're gonna have like white tablecloths and soft lighting, romantic music, and all of that stuff. Um, they said that 218 restaurants are participating. hmm hmm They said if you want to secure a table, you'll need to make a reservation. They're thinking that they're gonna book pretty fast. Let me tell you something. If I go on a date with you, and I don't give a damn what the fuck they put on them goddamn tables. If I go on a date with you for fucking Valentine's Day and you roll my stinking ass in a motherfucking Waffle House, I'm going home. Am. Baby, I'm not going to no fucking Waffle House for no fucking Valentine's Day. That's slop they be making up in that shit. Hey Tracy, see Tracy, I ain't even packed yet. Don't ask me no questions, okay? Don't wonder. Don't ask me no questions. Let me tell y'all something. If Valentine's Day roll around to this fucker, we get this not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday, and a bitch tell me that they rolling me into some motherfucking Waffle House. Okay. First of all, I'm not going in that Waffle House. Second of all, that's gonna be your last time seeing me. fucking Waffle House for fucking Valentine's Day. You fucking kidding me? Girl, I wish a bitch would. Fuck out of here. Hey, Tanya. Tanya, you see, girl. I ain't take my suitcases out of the closet yet. It's always questionable people in there. And that fucking food is slop. Girl, I wish a motherfucker would. What? Girl. And there be people that be swearing by Waffle House. Ooh, I love Waffle House. Ooh, they food so good. What the fuck? Listen. Anytime, no, Demetria, they ain't that hard, Demetria. If times are that hard, I'm gonna make you a meal at home, baby. We're not going to Waffle House. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, I'm tired. I might not pack tonight, y'all. I might go to bed and pack in the morning. And I don't care if it's Waffle House, IHOP, Denny's, Ryan's, Shoney's, whatever. Any of that slop, Bob Evans, none of it. None of it. Now, I grew up in Miami, and in Miami, we didn't have a Waffle House in Miami until 2018. We didn't get a Waffle House until 2018. So I don't know what to tell you. We did not eat that slop in Miami. I don't like none of them. I'm not a breakfast person anyway, so you're asking the wrong one. I typically never eat breakfast. All I do is drink coffee. Lunch is my most important meal of the day because that's my first time eating most days. First watch is okay. I've been first watch, and first watch is nice. I like first watch. Yardbird is no, that's not the one that does breakfast. It's some kind of bird that's a breakfast spot. I can't remember the name of it. Some kind of bird. I don't know. What I do know is my most important meal and favorite meal is lunch. hmm I think that's it. Sassy bird. But yeah, we're not doing Waffle House. Anyway, listen, y'all. That's the dossier for today. Now, y'all know we're gonna be off the grid until Tuesday. Y'all know we on the cruise. Now, if I go live on the cruise, keep your notifications on. Y'all know I'm not big on doing a lot of lives and recordings when I'm out of town. So we'll see. We'll see what it gives. We'll see how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna be with the people. They might want me to go live, and if they do, I'll go live. I guess we'll see. But yes. Um, but yeah, I think it's Royal Caribbean. I shouldn't say I think. I know it's Royal Caribbean because I have the app. Um, we gonna miss y'all, but I'm sure we'll be live. Y'all will see us at some point. At some point, we'll be live. Y'all will see us. I need to go pack, y'all. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. Yeah, we'll do a little something. A little something. Now, if Mitch takes his permanent residence in the 9th level of hell, we gonna have to get up on here and break the news. Now, you knew we gonna be over here shouting for Jesus if Mitch takes his permanent residence up on the 9th level, down on the 9th level of hell. Okay. Tomorrow night we'll be going to dinner. Me and Tracy. We're gonna go to dinner. We might we might bring Really Be along. We'll see how we feel about that. But me and Tracy we'll be going to dinner tomorrow night, having a good time. Don't leave on vacation, come back on probation. Baby, I don't do that, honey. All right. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged, much appreciated. I love y'all. Love y'all. And we'll be live at some point this weekend while we're on the boat or on the beach or some damn where. We'll be live. So keep your notifications on, okay? Yeah, we're gonna be cutting up drunk as hell. At least Friday. Now Saturday. It depends on how I feel. I plan to be laid up or laid out on the beach somewhere, hopefully. Sunday, I'm going to be laid out too. I got to figure out what I'm going to wear, y'all. I haven't even packed it. I ain't even took no luggage out the closet yet. I got to figure out what hats I'm going to wear. Y'all, I got a lot of stuff to figure out, y'all. Okay, I got a lot of stuff to figure out. Okay. Let me get out of here. I will catch y'all at some point this weekend when we go live. And we'll have a regular Run Your Mouth on Tuesday. All right. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out. I love y'all. I will see y'all next time.